Chapter 11, Defining and Measuring Customer Satisfaction. So here are the objectives, chapter objectives. So define customer satisfaction and understand the benefits associated with satisfying customers. Appreciate various methods for measuring customer satisfaction and discuss the limitation of customer satisfaction measurements, and discuss the factors to consider when investing in customer satisfaction improves. And last is understand the many factors that influence customer expectation. So introduction. Customer satisfaction is one of the most studied areas in marketing. So, from a historical perspective, a great deal of the work in customer satisfaction area began in the 1970s. When consumerism was on the rise, the rise of the consumer movement was directly related to the decline in service felt by many consumers that could be attributed to a number of sources. So first is skyrocketing inflation during the 1970s forced many firms to slash service in the efforts to keep prices down. So in other industries, the regulation led to fierce competition among firms that had ever had to compete before. So with no previous experience on how to compute price, competition quickly became the primary attempted means of differentiation, and price was quickly broke out. Firms once again slashed costs associated with customer service to cut operating expenses. The importance of customer satisfaction. So the importance of customer satisfaction cannot be overstated. Without customers, the service firm has no reason to exist. Every service business needs to proactively define and measure customer satisfaction, waiting for customers to complain in order to identify problems in the service delivery system or the firm's progress in customer satisfaction based on the number of complaints received is naive.
Measuring customer satisfaction. Measures of customer satisfaction are derived via indirect and indirect measures. Indirect measures of customer satisfaction include tracking and monitoring sales records, profits, and customers' complaints. Firms that rely solely on indirect measures are taking a passive approach to determining whether customer perceptions are meeting or exceeding customer expectations. Direct measures of satisfaction are generally obtained via customers satisfaction survey. However, to say the least, customer satisfaction surveys are not standardized among firms. Factors influencing customers. Satisfaction ratings. Customers are generally satisfied. One possible reason for high satisfaction scores is simply that customers are satisfied with the goods and services they typically purchase and consume. That why they buy these products from the firms in the first place. For example, it would be totally expected that internet companies that work to enhance the customer's online service experience. Data collection method. A third explanation for implemented satisfaction scores is the data collection method used to obtain results. Prior research suggests that higher level of satisfaction are obtained via personal interviews and phone surveys compared with results from mail questionnaires and or self-administered interviews.
Responses of question form. I have here the question context, question timing, and social desirability bias. So, what is question context? Question context is the placement and tone of a question relative to other question asked. Then and ang question timing is mo ni siya ang length of time after the date of purchase that question are asked. Then the social desirability bias mo ni siya ang bias in survey result because of respondents' tendency to provide information they believe is socially appropriate. Then and also the benchmarking, setting standards against which to compare future data collected. The next one is the types of customer expectation. So, there is a customer expectation na sulod na diri ang predicted service, desired service, perceived service, o ang adequate service. So, unsa man yung predictive service? So, there is a predictive service, mo na siya ang probability expectation nga mag-reflect sa level of service customers believe is mo na siyang kasagaran nga gakahitabo, no? Then ang desired service, mo na siya ang the level of service quality a customer actually wants from a service encounter. Then ang perceived service, mo na siya ang superiority, a measure of service quality derived by comparing desired service expectation o perceived service received. Then ang adequate service, mo na siya ang level of service quality a customer is willing to accept. Okay, the next one is the comparison between sa customer evaluation of service quality o sa customer satisfaction. So I have here the zone of tolerance, the enduring service intensifiers, o ang derived expectation. So, ang zone of tolerance, muna siyang level of quality ranging from high to low, o reflecting the difference between sa desired service o sa adequate service. Then, ang enduring service intensifiers, muna siya ang personal factor that are stable over time and increase a customer sensitivity to how a service should be best provided. Then, the last one is ang derived expectation. So, there is a derived expectation. Muna siya expectation appropriated from and based on the expectation sa others.
So, good day everyone. My name is Noya Narcos Anton and I'm the last reporter. So, we have here desired service and predicted service. So, these are shaped by what customers hope for, desired, and what they expect will happen. So, example is hotel advertised 24/7 room service. So, ang customer guys ga-expect yun sila nga 24/7 jud to. The next is implicit service promises. Expectation based on service surroundings, pricing, and brand image. Example, luxury spa charging premium prices leads to customer expect top tier. So, ang ang customers, kung mahal ilang gibayad sa spa, so magdahon pod ang customer nga nindot o kompleto pod ang ilang serbisyo. So, number 3 is word of mouth communication. So, opinion from friends, family, or online reviews. Example, a friend says a restaurant had great service, raising your expectation before visiting. So, murag kanang ma-influensya ka kay nang nanay good reviews, feedback daan gikan sa imong friend. So, the last is past experience. Customer previous encounters with service providers shape future expectations. So, siya kung example kay kanang kung bati imong nasinatian atong restaurant, so mag-expect gyud ka nga puhon pag makadungog ka sa ilang siguro mga ilang restaurant, makadungog ka sa ilang pangalan, mura magaingon pud ka bati gyud diya, gadawom ka nga bati pud ang sunod. So, adequate service. This is the minimum level of service a customer finds acceptable, influenced by transitory service intensifiers. So, mga siya temporary personal needs that make customer more sensitive to service. So, sample, traveler late for flight expect faster hotel checkout. So, kung sa ka pasahero na ulay sa iyang flight, magdawom siya nga paspasan ang pag-check out sa hotel. So number 2 is perceived service alternatives. If many nearby salons offer similar service, you expect better treatment or prices. So kung daghan salon sa doon nga pareho sa og serbisyo, magdahom ang customer nga mas maayo ilang serbisyo og mas barato ang presyo. So mangita ang customer nga tsada pa ato nga serbisyo og price. So asan lagi? Self-perceived service rule. How customers view their involvement in the service process. So example na ay ng restaurant nga eat all you can. So ang customer ay mo serbisyo sa ilang kaugalingon, pero og sa mahalon nga restaurant magdahom ang customer nga ang staff mo serbisyo sa ila. The last is situational factors, internal events affecting service delivery which customer may understand. So panglitan nag-uwan og kusog masabtan sa customer kung malangay ang food delivery. So that's all for our report. Thank you.